See, people hypnotize themselves all the time. Sometimes it's negative. I'm going to show you how to do it in a positive way. I'm going to show you how to hypnotize yourselves. And I'm going to do that by way of demonstration. In other words, in the next few moments, I'm going to bring a few of you up out of the audience and literally hypnotize you, show you in living color what this is really all about. Before I do that, I always have to make some promises so you understand what's going on. Here's promise number one. You do not have to come up here and do this if you don't want to. I'm going to do some tests that help me find the good subjects, and if I come out off this stage and invite you to join me up on stage in the next few minutes and you do not want to be hypnotized, please don't be shy. Just give me a hand signal or wave me on. I'll move on to someone else. I'm not going to drag you up here kicking and screaming, but if you do come up here, here's promise number two. You're not going to be humiliated. You're not going to do pole dancing or quacking like dogs or anything. This is Edward Jones, and I'm on a tight leash tonight. I had a list of things I'm not allowed to do tonight. but obviously, there's nothing going to be crazy or obscene or anything like that. Everything I do, by the way, carries with it a message. I don't hypnotize people just for the fun of it. I'm going to show you a series of hypnotic phenomena, and I'm going to do my best to describe to the rest of you what it is you're seeing and how what it is you're seeing is very, very similar to some things you do in business. You really can become your own worst enemy sometimes by setting up some limitations, by not being able to see the big picture, or by not being able to plow through obstacles. Just by way of survey, I know that I have spoken to this group a number of years before, but how many of you in this audience tonight have never actually seen someone hypnotized up close and personal? Can I see by show of hands? At least half of you. Fasten your seatbelts. If you've not ever seen this, get ready, because it's an eye-opener at the very least. I have been doing this for 32 years now professionally, and quite honestly, it still amazes me. I still find myself often up here scratching my head saying, that's just incredible. How do they do that? Wait till you see what some of you folks are capable of. But no one, I promise, will be humiliated or embarrassed. Promise number three, whoever does come up here, I can pretty well promise by the end of the presentation, you will be extremely relaxed. It's one of the side effects of the technique. For those of you who do not end up on stage, if you observe those who do end up here, you will see that I'm guiding them, and that's all I'm doing is guiding them into a state of mental as well as physical relaxation. And let's face it, some of you folks have not relaxed in years. Some of you go to bed worrying about things, wake up first thing, go back to worrying again. You run around all day, gritting your teeth, curling your toes, tensing up your stomach muscles, popping antacids, taking headache pains, and Valium. The state of mind up here is total relaxation, which is why invariably people will come out of this state and they comment, I feel great. I feel like I just slept 10 solid hours, like I had a full body massage. One guy came up not too long ago, this is better than drugs, and it is. Although, of course, I would have no way of knowing, but it is a wonderful feeling, and it simply has to do with the technique of total relaxation. So, again, these are my three promises. Don't have to do this if you don't want to. If I identify you as a good subject and you don't want to be hypnotized, just let me know. Number two, if you do come up here, I promise you will not be humiliated. Promise number three, if you end up here, you're probably going to be real relaxed by the end of it. What I need to do next are find some good hypnotic subjects. Those of you who are familiar with the bell curve, and by the way, how many of you folks are familiar with the bell curve? Can I see by show of hands? You all should be since you make your living from it, but that's a totally different lecture. Nonetheless, the bell curve should not surprise you that in a random large group such as this, statistically, you would expect about 5 to 10% of you to be really good subjects right out of the gate. Typically, it's a numbers game. About 1 out of 10 people are extraordinary subjects the very first time you try to hypnotize them. About 68% of you, by definition, are going to be average subjects, and another 5 to 10% of you are going to be difficult, all the way up to about 2.14% who cannot be hypnotized for all intents and purposes. Now, if I had a choice, who do you think I would want up here as my subjects? Obviously, I'm going to be focusing on that 5 to 10%. Let me make a comment about that because I always get this question. Why are some people better than others? Why can some people just kind of dive into this state of mind and, I'm just getting average results from it? Well, I probably will not know any of the folks I bring up here, but if you interview the folks that end up here later this evening, you will probably discover that they have all been practicing some form of self-hypnosis, just not calling it that. Time and time again, when I get a great subject up here, I might ask them afterwards, have you ever been hypnotized? And they almost invariably say, not only have I never been hypnotized, I'd have bet the farm it was impossible to hypnotize me. No, I've never been hypnotized, but You know, I used to wrestle in high school, and I had a way you could tune out pain. I'd get myself so focused before a match. And when you had me hypnotized, it was like I was back in that state of mind I used to put myself in when I was a wrestler. One person said I was a long-distance runner. I could get myself so focused I could run for miles, stay focused on the finish line. Afterwards, my legs hurt like crazy, but while I was running, it was just that finish line. It was kind of like when you had me up there. I was back doing that again. Guy not too long ago said, I had an imaginary friend till I was 15. Does that count? Good subject. Some of you don't realize it, but you've been hypnotizing yourselves for years. So yes, there is a practice effect. The reason I mention that is if you do not end up here, that doesn't mean you can't be hypnotized. It just means these folks have had a little bit more practice at it than you have. And if you like what you see tonight and would like to learn how to do it, it is not difficult to do. It only takes about 5 minutes a day. And one of the side effects of learning this technique is, again, you learn how to spend more and more time when you want to focused. So if you do find yourself sitting face-to-face with a client, you can learn to push all that other garbage out of your head and focus on that client's wants and needs. There really are practical applications to this technique, although tonight you're going to see a demonstration that if you've not ever seen one before is probably going to be quite an eye-opener. All right, now what I got to do is find some good hypnotic subjects. And there are literally hundreds of what are called suggestibility tests, little visualization tests you can do with groups. There are, however, two that I have used throughout my career. Each of them takes 5 minutes or less. These two little visualization tests will tell all of us who that 5 to 10% of the really good subjects are. Would you folks be willing to take these two little tests with me? Of course you would. Let's do the first. The first is called the Comstock Test. This thing only takes 4 minutes long. It's a very good little example of your mind-body connection. Would you take a moment, please, uncross your feet and legs and place your feet flat on the floor for me. Now, there she is. And if you don't mind, I'm going to put the young lady right in the middle, only because she's the only female we have here. If you don't mind sitting in the middle, I don't mean to kind of put you on the spot here, but you are the only female that we found in the group. And can I get you to slide your chairs just a little bit together, and you'll see why. You're going to get real relaxed. I don't need to be falling off on the floor, if you don't mind, sir, if you just slide in. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. Now, let me explain what we're doing and why we're doing it. I invite these folks up here because they appear to be very good visualizers. I want to try to strip away some of the mystery of this. Quite simply, I asked them to visualize holding 100 balloons filled with helium. If they were very good visualizers, they got quite a dramatic response. Some people, again, the arms move up just a little bit, halfway, 3/4 of the way. The better than average visualizers, their arms will literally, what we call, levitate straight up into the air. There's no mystery there. So you ask a good visualizer to visualize holding these balloons and the arms levitate. Observe what happens when you ask good visualizers to begin visualizing other things. And I'm going to start right in the middle here because you happen to be the only female we have up here, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but your first name, ma'am, is? Sherry. Are you hypnotized at this moment? Yeah. Wide awake, right? Mm-hmm. Good. Do you know this gentleman here? Your name, sir?
Wendell.
Wendell. Do you know Wendell? Oh, well, shake. You guys are going to know each other a whole lot better than you ever dreamed you would. So, Wendell, I need your help. Would you catch Sherry? I don't want Sherry hitting the floor. I don't want her collapsing over to his side. I want you to make sure she doesn't fall for me. Fair enough? Okay. Sounds weird, doesn't it? Especially since she's wide awake right now, yeah. Right? And you are wide awake, right? Yeah. Beautiful. See those spotlights up there, Sherry? Would you pick one of them and just keep looking at it for me? Take a nice deep breath for me, would you? Beautiful. Sleep. Deep sleep. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Loose and relax. Don't let her fall. Okay. Don't let her go down into your lap. Don't let her hit the floor. Don't let her do a gainer. Are you asleep?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Good. Would you pick a spot and just look at it? Take a nice deep breath for me, would you? Remember how relaxed you were just a few seconds ago? Excellent. Sleep, deep sleep. All the way down. Loosen it. All the way down. Deeper and deeper. Now, he's going to need your help, if you don't mind. And beautiful. And we all know you're not hypnotized, right? Not hypnotized. You're totally wide awake, right? Totally. And of course, nobody could ever hypnotize you like that, right? Beautiful. Take a nice deep breath for me, would you? Beautiful. All the way down, deep sleep, loose and limp, like we're all deep sleep, loose and limp. Nobody said it was going to be easy. Now, if you don't mind, just hold right there. Your first name is? Marcus. Great name. I was in Rome. I went from Cairo to Rome, This gladiator called Marcus. These people dress as gladiators out in Rome, and they run up and says, "You want a picture?" You say, "Well, sure, you take a picture. That'll be €5. Here, take a just spot. Take a nice deep breath. Beautiful. Sleep. Deep sleep. All the way down. Deep sleep. Loosen, limp, loosen, limp, loosen, limp. Deeper sleep. Sleep. All the way down. Deeper, more relaxed. Deeper. Loosen, limp, loosen, limp, loosen. All right, who wants to catch who? Tell you what. Can I see your hand? Are you hypnotized?
I don't know.
Do you think you are? Maybe? Why would you say maybe?
Feel kind of relaxed.
Kind of relaxed? Really? 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 Whoops. There's relaxed, and then there's really, really, really relaxed. Okay, what? I need him for a second. Here we go. Okay. Okay. Stuck like glue to the back of that chair. Sleep all the way down. Deep. Stuck like glue. Deeper and deeper. Keep dropping deeper and deeper. That back is stuck like glue to the seat of the chair. And deeper and deeper sleep. Loosen, limp, and sleep. Deep asleep all the way down. 5, 4. Let me explain. There is, in the terminology, a small group of subjects that become so totally cataleptic, so totally relaxed, they literally will do a gainer off the chair, or if they're sitting up, they will slide off the chair. The technical name for that in our business is a flopper. This is a flopper. So what we got to do here is flop them down gently. Sleep, all the way down deeper. More relaxed, deeper, more. Okay. There you go. Loosen. If you pick a spot and just look at that spot, sir. Please keep your eyes on that spot, and please don't take your eyes off it. I know you folks are relaxed. I know you can still hear the sound of my voice. And what I'd like to do is show you how you can become much more deeply relaxed. In just a few minutes, I'm going to start slowly counting backwards from 5 down to 1. As I count backwards, I'm going to ask you to use your incredible imaginations and imagine with every number I count that you can actually feel yourself sinking and drifting down even deeper. So deep and so relaxed that by the time I reach the number 1, every single muscle in your body from the top of your head to the tips of your toes is totally and completely relaxed. If you would pick just one spot and keep your eyes on it, please don't take your eyes off it. Excellent. Take a nice deep breath now. Breathe in deeply. And as you exhale slowly, there you go, 5. Start dropping down now. Deeper. Let those legs go limp again. Let those legs just totally relax and go limp. Sink down deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed. Perfect. Let's take another nice deep breath now. Breathe in deeply. And 4. Drop down even deeper. Loosen, limp. All the muscles in your arms, now all the muscles in your shoulders, deeper and deeper to sleep. Loosen, limp. Stuck right there, deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed, loose and limp. Let's take another nice deep breath, breathe in deeply. There you go, and 3, way down deep, loose and limp like a rag doll now, deeper and more relaxed, sleep, deeper and more relaxed, stuck like glue right there. There you go, stuck like glue right there. Beautiful. Deeper and more relaxed. Loosen, limp. Excellent. Deeper and more relaxed. Let's take another nice deep breath now. Breathe in deeply. Excellent. And 2. Let all the muscles in your neck now go limp. Let that heavy head of yours drop and flop wherever it wants to go. Just sleep very deep now, sinking down deeper, more and more relaxed, more and more comfortable. We just got one more number to go, and when we reach this final number, you can just let yourself sink down into a very deep sleep, feeling wonderful, deep, relaxed. Just let every single muscle in your entire body, from the top of your head to the tip of your toes, just go into a deep sleep. Take a nice deep breath now, breathe in deeply. There you go, and sleep. 1, way down deep, sleep. Way down deep, deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed. Way down deep, deeper and deeper, sleep. Way down deep, sleep. Loosen, limp, sleep. Relax and unwound, deeper and deeper. More and more relaxed now with every single breath you take. until I ask you to awaken. From this moment forward, any sounds you hear from the group will just relax you. Any sounds just take you deeper. Let my voice do all the work. Just keep drifting down until I ask you to awaken. Again, I specifically went out into the group looking for very good visualizers. If you ask a good visualizer to visualize their arms, holding 100 balloons, the arms will levitate in the air. Take the same good visualizers and ask them to visualize every muscle in their body from the top of their heads to the tips of their toes, completely loose and limp and relaxed. The net result of that visualization is a profound relaxation. Every single muscle in their body just as relaxed as it could possibly be. Zero tension in their bodies, no tension whatsoever. You may recall, am I missing something? There's something going on, I'm not seeing it. You may recall, I had mentioned that one of the 3 promises I made, whoever comes up here is going to be extremely relaxed by the end of the presentation. It is because of the technique. I am now asking them to visualize every muscle in their body from the top of their heads to the tip of their toes, loose, limp, and relaxed, and you get this profound, absolutely wonderful, deep relaxation. A lot of folks at this point say, if you could just teach me this would be enough for me. If I could go home at the end of the day, 5 minutes later, be like this, I'll bet I'd sleep better at night, my concentration would improve, my allergies would disappear, my headaches would go down, Just teach me how to do this, and I'd be happy. And this, in and of itself, is tremendously therapeutic. However, there's so much more to the technique than just the relaxation. The relaxation is an artifact. It's a side effect of what they happen to be visualizing. Does it make sense if you had these people who can visualize so vividly, if you could change the image in their mind, would you expect to change the response? Well, believe it or not, that's the crux of what I'm talking about here in terms of goal setting. Stop seeing yourself as a $500,000-a-year producer and begin seeing yourself wearing that ring, coming up on this stage next year and being a $1 million producer. Believe it or not, it would probably change the way you see your clients. It would certainly change the kind of clients you went after. It would certainly change how you looked at them when you were talking with them on the phone or sitting face-to-face with them. Change the way you see things, and it often changes your behavior. So, with that as a preface, let's change the way these folks are visualizing and see what happens. In a moment, I'm going to extend your arm. As I do, I want you to feel that arm becoming stiff like a bar of steel. As I extend the arm, feel that arm stiff and rigid like a steel bar. As I extend the arm, stiff and rigid, rigid and stiff, feel it. Stiff and rigid and stiff like a bar of steel welded to your shoulder right there. Stiff and rigid like a bar of steel. Concentrate, feel that arm locking into place. Stiff and rigid, stiff and rigid. There must be a way. Stiff and rigid. This should be interesting. Stiff and rigid. Boom, like a bar of steel. There you go. Stiff and rigid like a steel bar. More stiff. Concentrate now, more rigid. In fact, every passing second, that arm becomes more stiff and more rigid. And in a moment, as I count back down from 3 down to 1, with each number, it becomes more stiff and more rigid. So incredibly stiff, so incredibly rigid, that by the time I reach number 1, you'll discover you cannot lower or bend that arm no matter how hard you try, no matter what you do. By the time I reach number 1, that arm is welded to your shoulder until you hear me and only me clap my hands. Welded to your shoulder until you hear me and only me clap my hands. Feel this happening now. 3, stiff and rigid like a steel bar. 2, getting more stiff, more rigid, more stiff, more rigid. 3, 2, and 1. So incredibly rigid and stiff, even as you try to lower the arm now, it simply won't go down until I clap my hands. And I want you to try. In fact, I want you to feel it's important, but you'll discover it won't go down no matter what you do. Harder you try, the more rigid it becomes. Notice, even as I press on it, even as you feel me pressing on that arm, stiff and rigid. You're just not trying hard enough. Try harder. Stiff and rigid, rigid and stiff. Try stiff and rigid, rigid and stiff like a steel bar welded to the shoulder. Stiff and rigid, rigid and stiff. I have a little bit more time than I had last time. Sir, have you ever seen this before? You have. Who has not seen this before? Have you ever seen this before, sir? Who's no? Who said no? Would you help me for just one moment? Step into my office. Hey, come on up here for a moment. And your first name, sir, is? Mike, step back here for a second. We have more guys than ladies up here. We're going to do the guys first. Please, without wanging down on the arm, just steady downward pressure. Would you press on that gentleman's arm, steady downward pressure? Yeah. Report to the group what that feels like in terms of degree of strength, rigidity.
2 by 4.
Pretty darn stiff, right? Okay. Well, maybe that's a fluke. Maybe this guy works out or something. Would you press on this gentleman's arm, report to the group what it feels like in terms of degree of stiff and rigid? Again, pretty darn stiff. Well, let's pick just one more just to really prove this. How about this gentleman over here? Yeah, give it a good shot downward. Now, let's, so they can see you're not faking. He isn't. Okay, would you agree stiff and rigid?
Yes.
Okay, and again, if you wouldn't mind. I mean, the laws of physics do prevail. You're going to be able to get it down there. I'm asking the degree of strength they're exerting. Fair enough? Maybe guys have more upper body strength than ladies do. Okay, maybe. Let's test. Press down on this young lady's arm, and would you report to the group what it feels like in terms of degree of strength? Isn't that odd? Come out of here for just a moment if you wouldn't mind. Would you take as long as you need, do whatever you need to do, make your arm as stiff and as rigid as you felt theirs. I want you to make one of your arms, whichever one you want, stiff and rigid like theirs was. Take as long as you need. Whichever one, I don't care. Ready? I can tell just by looking, it's not even close. Try again. All right, just like they did. You felt yourself, good. Take as long as you need. Can't do it, right. You can't, it's not easy to do. Looks like it's easy, it's not. These folks are exerting a tremendous degree of strength. I'll show you my favorite thing here. I love that. It goes stiff and rigid like a bar of steel. The other thing you want to notice is how long they've had their arms out there. When you get back to your room tonight, try to imitate this. Try to hang your arm in a distended position like this for any more than 60 to 90 seconds and see what it starts to feel like. Here's what's happening. In their mind right now, they see it as a bar of steel, so it's acting like a bar of steel, a totally different degree of rigidity than what you would expect to feel otherwise. Folks, in a minute, I'm going to clap my hands. The instant I clap my hands, your arms are going to drop down like rubber bands. You're going to fall twice as deep asleep. Twice as deep asleep when I clap my hands. 3, 2, 1, sleep, 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 sleep. All the way down, deeper, 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 deeper. Nice deep breath. And drop down even deeper, more and more relaxed, even deeper, more and more. Round of applause for these guys. They're outstanding visualizers. This guy's my favorite. All right, everybody, at the count of 5, loosen, limp, and relax, going even deeper now. Deeper and deeper as I count back from 5 to 1. 5, deeper and deeper. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I want you to use your imaginations. Have you ever heard in business, never let them see you sweat? You ever heard that? Doctors will tell you that your body temperature is an involuntary response, that you cannot look at your hand and say, hand get warmer, hand get colder. You don't really have that kind of conscious control over it. But in fact, they have an incomplete understanding of how your body really works, I think. You can raise and lower the temperature of your skin or external body parts quite easily. Let me show you, for example, how you can raise the body temperature. I want you to use your incredible imaginations. I'm going to count back from 5 down to 1. As I count backwards, I want you to use your imagination and imagine that we're going down to a beach in Florida. As I count backwards, I want you to imagine you're being transported to a beautiful sunny beach in Florida. And by the time we reach number 1, I want you to be sitting in that chair. Keep your eyes closed because the sun's very bright. But when we reach number 1, you're sitting down in a chair on a beautiful sunny day down at a beach in Florida. And only the person whose shoulder I'm touching, you, sir, can open your eyes and sit in the chair. As soon as you sit in the chair, you can close your eyes and go to that beach in Florida. Now we're going, as I count backwards from 5 down to 1, to that beach in Florida. 5, sitting up straight in that chair. 4, put your head back now, eyes closed. 3, you're sitting at a beach in Florida. 2, and eyes closed. And 1, out on the beach in Florida. Eyes wide open, 1, 2, 3. You can sit up here, sir. Eyes wide, why don't we sit over here? Eyes wide open now at the beach in Florida. It's a beautiful sunny day. Sleep, okay. And it's a beautiful sunny day, beautiful sunny day. In fact, it's a hot sunny day. It's a hot, muggy sunny day. You got all those clothes on. It's getting very hot. Temperature's rising. It's getting higher and higher. Leave the clothes on, but it's really hot and sticky, humid, hot and sticky. So you want to cool off. Fan your face, fan your face. Fan your face, try to cool off, fan your face, faster, faster, fan your face, faster, faster, fan your face, faster, try to cool off, now it just keeps getting hotter and hotter. Oh, I got something for you, here's some lotion, rub this lotion on this lotion, rub this lotion all over your body, it'll keep you cool, rub this lotion, it'll cool you off, rub this lotion all over your body, rub it all over your body, it'll keep you cool, here's some lotion, rub this lotion, here, take that lotion, rub it all over your face, your arms, your legs, reach down there, get it all over your legs. Rub that lotion in now. Get in there. It'll cool you down. Feels really good as it cools you down. Rub that lotion in, sir. Rub that lotion in here. Rub the lotion in. Rub it all over. Rub it all over your face, your arms, your legs. Yeah, rub that lotion in. And wherever you rub it, it'll feel good. Feels nice. Now, there must be something in that lotion. I don't know if it's sugar, honey, aloe, or something, but it's starting to attract the swarms of those gnats, those little gnats. Swarming all over your face. Whoa, all around your face. Get rid of them. So swat them away. Get them away. Get those gnats away. Oh, no. Get them away. Hey, there's one on your forehead. Smack it. There's one on your forehead. Get rid of it. Oh, that's right. Get rid of it. There's one on your forehead again. Smack it again. Get rid of it. Get rid of those gnats now. Shoo them away. Shoo them all away. Shoo those gnats away. Shoo them away. You did good. You did really good. You did really good. They're gone. They're all gone. They're all gone. You got them all. Sleep. Deep. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, if you look at these folks' complexions, and if you could actually measure the temperature of their extremities, you would see that each of them has increased their body temperature anywhere from 3 to 5 degrees. Their body is responding exactly as you would expect it to respond if they were out in the hot sun. And doctors will tell you that you can't do that, but you just saw these folks do it simply by visualizing being out in the hot sun. What's the opposite of that? I'm going to count back from 5 to 1. As I count backwards, I want you to use your imagination. By the time I reach number 1, I want you to imagine we are at the top of a very high mountain. By the time I reach number 1, we're going to the top of a mountain. Here we go, top of a mountain. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're at the top of a mountain, and you didn't bring a jacket. We're at the top of a mountain here, and you forgot to bring a jacket, and it's really cold. Temperature's plummeting. It's freezing up here. Freezing, shivering, shivering, freezing, freezing, shivering, cold. Getting colder and colder. It's below 0. This mountain air is so freezing, shivering cold. It just keeps getting colder and colder. Colder and colder. Bundle up here. You can sit up here in your chair, sir. Sit up here in your chair, but try to stay warm now. Use your arms, use your legs. Try to stay warm. Bundle up, bundle up, bundle up, bundle up. Hey, I know a way you can stay warm. In a moment when I clap my hands, if you grab the person next to you and hold on as tight as you possibly can, that'll help you to stay warm, but you got to hold on real tight. 3, 2, 1, grab somebody. Grab, arms around them, grab, tight, 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 tight. Put your arms around, grab, tight, tight, hold on, put your arms around them, grab, 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 grab. Tight as you can, tight as you can, tight as you can. Hold on. Hold on now, freeze. That's the picture that, you can use for blackmail purposes. And sleep, deep asleep. Strangely enough, were you able to actually measure their skin temperature now, you would see that these folks have done exactly the opposite. There is a message here. Here's the message. Some folks, if they're going to an important meeting or an important negotiation session, get nervous. They break out in perspiration, or perhaps there's a bead of perspiration on their forehead or on their lips. Wouldn't it be nice if you didn't have that problem? I have for years been recommending to people involved in commission sales that before you have an appointment, if you can go someplace, close your eyes for just a few minutes and visualize that the appointment is over. It's over. You did it. You got whatever sale you were looking for. It was extremely successful. You accomplished your goals. It is over. If you could visualize that in your mind clearly for about 3 minutes and then open your eyes, then walk into that client's office or have them walk into yours, you would have a totally different appearance. You've heard the old adage, you never get a second chance to make a good first impression. If that client opens the door and what they see is a person that looks like they just had a very successful negotiation, do you think you've increased or decreased the likelihood that that's going to come out in the positive for you? You control a lot of that. I'm simply trying to show you that what goes on inside your head really often affects the way your body represents it. Now, in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5. When I reach number 5, sitting up straight in the chair, eyes wide open, wide awake, but still responding to the sound of my voice, feeling fantastic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sitting up straight in the chair. A round of applause for these guys who are outstanding in every single way. And I'm willing to bet none of them who think. So I just see by a show of hands how many of you folks up here think you are hypnotized. I need by a show of hands how many of you think right now that you are hypnotized. Anyone? 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 Show by hands. If you think you are, good enough. How about you, sir? Is that Jim? Do you think you're hypnotized, Jim? Do you think you're hypnotized, sir? If it had to be yes or no, what would it be for you? Don't know, not a clue. Don't know, don't care. You're wide awake, right? Yeah. And you're not hypnotized, correct?
I don't feel any different.
Oh, don't feel. Loosen limp, loosen limp, loosen limp, loosen limp. Stuck. Like super glue. Feel it sealing, fusing, sealing to your head as if your hand and your head were becoming a single part of your body. As I reach number 1 now, you'll discover you cannot lift or move that hand no matter how hard you try until I touch your forehead. 3, fusing and sealing. 2, locking, sticking tighter and tighter. 1, try to pull the hand off. Now you'll discover it won't come off until I touch your forehead. No matter how hard you try, no matter what you do, you can open your eyes. That hand remains stuck until I touch your forehead. Eyes wide open. Sit up straight in the chair. Now, Jim, are you hypnotized? Honestly. Do me a favor. Raise your right arm for me, would you? Try to raise your left arm, see what happens. Tell you what. Let's give you an advantage here. See if you can pry this off with this one. See if that even helps at all. Are you hypnotized at all, sir? Please be honest.
No.
So if you had to make some kind of a money bet about it, you would be absolutely positively sure that you were not hypnotized, right?
Yeah.
Eyes wide open, the count of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Well, let's do a little money bet. What motivates people in commission sales? Money. If money was this big, powerful, wonderful motivator, you'd all be wearing one of those rings, by the way. Money is not as powerful a motivator as maybe you have been led to believe. It has motivating qualities, but I think especially in a business such as this, what motivates most successful advisors is not so much money as much as them trying to help their clients. I'll give you $10 if you get your hand off your head. I'll give you 20. I'll give you 50. I'm going to start doubling it. Every time I double it, the hand's going to stick twice as tight. I'll give you 100 now, and it's stuck twice as tight as it was just a second ago. Twice as tight. I'll give you $200. The harder you try, the tighter it sticks. I'll give you $400 now. It's fusing, sealing. I'll give you $800. You pull your hand off your head. I'll give you $1,600 if you can get your hand off your head. The money bet's off. We're going to take the money bet off. Are you hypnotized? Be honest. Yes or no?
I guess.
Okay. Sleep. All the way down. Deep sleep. Way down deep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, if money's this great, big, horrible, powerful motivator, let's do a little test here. You remember before I'd asked you to pick one of those spots and just look at it, sir? Would you go back and look at that spot now? Here's the deal. I'll bet you $10 that I can hypnotize you in 10 seconds or less. You think I could do that? No. Okay. So here's the deal. You take as long as you need. I want you to nod your head when you want the 10-second clock to start. When you want that 10 seconds to start, nod your head. And if I can't hypnotize you in 10 seconds, I will owe you $10. Fair enough? Okay. But I needed a good head nod so I can see it's really happening. I need to see, nice, deliberate head nod so I know it's going, oh, good, sleep, deep sleep. All right, so all the way down, loose limb. Eyes open, count of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that didn't work out well. Let's double or none, okay? $20, you can keep your eyes open for 10 seconds, but I need a good, clear head nod so I know when the 10 seconds starts. Did he? I can't tell, did he? I can't see it. Nice, solid nod of your head so I know the 10 seconds starts. Oh, it doesn't matter, all right. Eyes open, the count of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try one more time, okay? $100, you keep your eyes open. Now listen, get ready, steel yourself. Bite your tongue if you have to, grab that chair, grit your teeth, do whatever it is you need to do. Take as long as you want, but I need a solid nod of your head so that I can really see what's going on, okay? I need to know that you've given me that head nod. Okay, good. 9. I'll say yes. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What do you see here? Here's what you're seeing. Again, all this stuff carries with it a message. This gentleman right now has a little battle going on inside his head. He is clearly very tuned to the sound of my voice, and he's responding when I say sleep. That's his subconscious mind. At the same time, you see his conscious mind, you have to assume, wants the $100, or in this gentleman's case, the $1,600. You have a battle going on between the conscious and the unconscious mind. Which part do you see winning out, the conscious or the unconscious mind? It'll invariably be the unconscious mind. So consciously, you can be sitting there telling yourself, I am going to do $1 million next year. Meanwhile, in the back of your mind, if you say, I'm a $250,000 a year producer, which part tends to win out? You really have to tune in at the unconscious level before you're going to reach, typically, those higher levels. If you all sit back in your chair, eyes wide open, the count of 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wide awake. Sorry about the $100. You all look at me for just a second. Take a nice deep breath, breathe in deeply. Beautiful. Sleep! Deep sleep, all the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deeper, deeper. Oh, gainers. Sleep, loosen lip, all the way down. 5. Sleep all the way down. Loosen lip. Give these folks a round of applause. They are awesome visualizers. Alrighty then. Only the person whose shoulder I'm touching, only the person whose shoulder I'm touching at the count of 5. In a few moments, when I reach number 5, your eyes will pop open. You'll feel wonderful in every way, except you'll discover you become incredibly thirsty while you've been sitting up here. Man, are you thirsty. You're going to ask me for some water. I'm going to give it to you, but when you go to drink it, you'll discover you cannot find your mouth. No matter how hard you try, you cannot locate your mouth. You'll be getting thirstier and thirstier by the second, but no matter how hard you try, you will not be able to locate your mouth. You cannot find your mouth at the count of 5. Only the person whose shoulder I'm touching right now. Only the person whose shoulder I'm touching right now. Only the person whose shoulder I'm touching. At the count of 5, when you open your eyes, sir, you're going to feel fantastic in every way, absolutely better than you felt in the longest time, wide awake. But about 10 seconds later, you're going to hear a sound coming from your right-hand side. And when you look over on your right shoulder, much to your surprise, you're going to see a little 6-inch man standing there. Little 6-inch man wearing a tuxedo. This 6-inch guy's wearing a tuxedo. You'll see it very clearly, very vividly. Better still, he's going to be singing love songs in your ear. That's right. Little 6-inch man's going to be singing love songs in your ear. You'll find that you can hear those songs very clearly, very vividly, singing love songs in your ear. Sitting up straight. There you go. There you go. And only the person, only the person whose shoulder I'm touching, deeper and deeper, deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed. Beautiful. Only the person. All right, here we go. Only the person whose shoulder stuck like glue, super glue, stuck like super glue. Can't move that back. Stuck like super glue now. Excellent. How you doing, sir? Only the person whose shoulder I'm touching, only the person whose shoulder I'm touching. At the count of 5, you open your eyes, you feel fantastic in every way, except you'll discover you can't say a single solitary word. It's like they're tongue-tied, like marbles in your mouth. Harder you try to talk, nothing but gibberish comes out. Total gibberish comes out. It's like you're tongue-tied. At the count of 5, can't say a single solitary word. Only the person whose shoulder I'm touching, only the person whose shoulder I'm touching. In a moment, I'm going to remove one of your shoes, ma'am. I'm going to take your right shoe off your foot. As I remove your right shoe, I want you to use your incredible imagination. Imagine that shoe is being erased from your mind. 3, 2, 1, erased from your mind. Loose and limp, loose and limp, loose and limp, loose and limp. And squeeze. Tight, 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 tight. When you open your eyes at the count of 5, you'll look down, you'll discover your shoe is missing. But since it's been erased from your mind, you're not going to be able to discover it. You can't find it, you can't feel it, you can't experience it. That shoe does not exist. No matter how hard you try, you can't find that shoe until I come up and touch you on the forehead. The shoe is gone. Only the person whose shoulder I'm touching at the count of 5, your name is Jane. Jane. Your name is Jane. At the count of 5, your name is Jane. Only the person whose shoulder I'm touching, deeper and deeper, more and more relaxed. First thing you notice at the count of 5 when you open your eyes is the man to the right of you has this really delicious smell. You love this smell. This smell drives you wild. In fact, you can't get enough of it. The closer you get, the better you feel, the more you like it. The person to the right of you has the best smell you've ever smelled in your entire life. Only the person whose shoulder I'm touching, count of 5 when you open your eyes, worst smell you've ever smelled in your life is coming from the guy sitting next to you. Guy to the left of you smells like he hasn't showered in a week, a really bad smell. You cannot get up out of your chair. You're stuck to the seat of your chair, but man, it just keeps smelling worse and worse with each passing second, and you just want to get away from it. Let those suggestions sink down into the deepest part of your mind. At the count of 5, eyes wide open, feeling fantastic in every way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Whoop, wide awake. Give these folks a round of applause if you don't mind. They are excellent. Woo! Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. You okay? Need anything?
What?
Are you thirsty? Want a drink? They told me there's some water over here. How you doing? You
Good.
Okay? Okay.
Good.
How you doing?
Yeah.
You good? Where do you live?
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Yeah.
What state do you live in?
Yeah.
Is it Utah? Okay. What town in Utah?
Jordan.
And how about you, sir?
Good.
Where do you live? Do you know where you live?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. And what's your name, sir, if you don't mind me?
Jane.
Are you wearing a name tag? I thought I asked this guy what his name was. You said your name is?
Jane.
Is that short for Janice or something? Look over here for a second. Don't fall down this way on me, okay? Okay. What's up with you, ma'am? You all right?
Yeah. Somebody stole my shoe.
Somebody what?
Well, I came in with 2 shoes.
You came in with 2 shoes. Well, where's the one now? You can get up and look for it, but please be aware we're on a stage. Just be aware of the edges of the stage, and you can look for it. In fact, it's probably important that you do look for it. I can't really keep you up here without your shoe on. Are you sure you had it when you came up here? All right, now what's your name?
Jane.
Are you positive of that?
Yes.
Positive of that. Are you a betting person?
No.
Well, I got to bet you might be interested in. I don't think your name is Jane, and I will bet you $500 that your name is not Jane. Would you take that bet?
Sure.
For someone that doesn't bet.
No. It's Jane.
And I'm betting that it's not. So if I'm wrong,
yeah.
I owe you $500.
Yeah.
If you're wrong,
$500
you owe me. We want to shake on that? Oh, before you shake. Do you know anybody in this room very, very well? Who would you know?
Yeah.
Name someone.
Jim Wolf.
Jim, would you stand up for just a moment, please? Jim, would you please honestly tell this gentleman what his name is? Wendell. Says your name's Wendell. What's your name?
Jane.
Want to bet 1,000?
Sure.
I'll bet you 1,000 that it's not. Whoa, I'll tell you what. Before you shake, did you happen to come here with a wallet? You got a wallet or any ID in your pocket? Check your license, see what it says. Did you find your shoe yet?
No, I think it's where his name is.
Oh. What's he doing? What are you doing?
Nothing.
I'm just curious as to what you're looking at. What are you doing, sir?
Just humming along.
Just out of curiosity, what song are you listening to?
Just some music.
What music is it?
No, music from musicals with love songs and things.
And where's the music coming from?
Right up here.
Okay. Now, you can't find your shoe? Look straight at me and think real hard. I mean, do you have any, look at me, do you have any idea at all where this shoe could be? Think hard now, it's important. If I offered you $500, would you be able to find it? Think hard. Any idea at all? Are you absolutely positive? $500? Really? Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm going to touch your forehead. You'll instantly find the shoe, but unfortunately, the $500 bet is off. You do not look happy.
No.
No.
What's the problem?
There's an odor.
Where is it coming from? He says there's an odor. Can you smell an odor?
Nope.
Do you smell anything?
Smells great.
What is it you're smelling?
I don't know what he's wearing.
Did you happen to check your driver's license, sir?
Yeah.
All right, what's your license say?
It should say Jane.
Yeah, what does it actually say?
It says Wendell.
Okay, so what's your name?
Jane.
Now, I know that this company is like one big family. So I'm going to ask you all, how many of your family in here, how many people think this guy's name is Jane? Can I see by show of hands?
Told you.
They love you. All right, how many people in this family think his name is Wendell? Now, these are your family members telling you, what is your name?
Jane.
And what state do you live in?
Utah.
All right, here we go. And I don't know what's with this guy. I really don't. It's good. Here, I'm going to wake you up, okay? Let me have your bottle of water here. Only person that showed up, I'm touching wide awake, the count of 5, 1, 2, 3, whoa, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake. I want you to stand up here so I want you to see something. Folks, would you all look at me for just a second? Everybody, eyes wide open. Look over here for just a second. Look over here, sir. Everybody. You stand over here with me for just a second. Do any of you know what this is? Loser. It's not loser. No. And I'd be exactly the wrong person to say that to at this moment. No, this is a gun. But not a gun that can hurt you. It's a sleep gun. You shoot people with this sleep gun, they fall into deep hypnotic trances. You don't believe that, do you? Watch, we'll do one more. Ready? Now, Stand up. Look here. Whoop. Look at me. Look over here. Now you got it. Whenever you're ready. Pull the trigger. You gotta make a noise. Pull the trigger. You shot over her head. Look. Watch. You got her. There you go. Give her another one. What? Go for Jane. Would you at least aim? Go for Jane. You're shooting at the table. Go for Jane. Make a noise. This guy couldn't hit the side of a barn. All right. Go ahead. Get stinky over there. All right, come here. Turn around, sit down. Watch. Turn around, sit down here for a second. Watch. I'm gonna take it back for just a second. I'm gonna show you how it's done. All right, watch this. Don't worry, guys. I'm not gonna shoot you. Guy on the end, I will not shoot you. I'm actually just gonna shoot that wall over there. But it's gonna hit the wall. It's gonna bounce off the back of the wall. It's gonna hit that side wall. Then it's gonna come straight on the guy on the end and put him to sleep. Now watch. This is how it's done. Are you ready? Look. Okay, now here, you can have it back. Ready? Ready? Shoot. What a group. Sleep. Wait, Andy. All the way down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are stuck to the side of that chair like that. Stuck to the back of the chair. Stuck. Woo, okay. Wide awake, right? Not hypnotized anymore, right? You're absolutely positive of that too, right? Glad to hear it. Sleep. All the way down, deep sleep, loosen sleep, all the way down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, loosen limb. Round of applause for these guys. They are outstanding. Woo. Okay, I got to unwind them for a few minutes. We can't send them out here like this. And I got to give them some positive suggestions. First thing I'm going to do, folks, I'm going to count backwards from 5 down to 1. As I count backwards, every suggestion I gave to you while you have been up here will be totally and completely removed. You will still be in a deep sleep by the time I reach number 1, but everything is back to normal. You can drink, your names are normal, temperature is normal, you can find your shoe, your name is back to normal, everything is back to normal, smells are back to normal, and of course, you can certainly talk clearly and concisely. By the time I reach number 1, 5, going deeper and deeper, 4, 3, deeper and more relaxed, 2, all the way down into a deep sleep, and everything is back to normal, and 1. Perfect. Now, next thing I'm going to give you is by far the most important suggestion of the evening, so please pay close attention. From this moment forward, you and you alone are in complete and total control of this state of mind. I'm going to say that again. From this moment forward, you completely control this state of mind that you are in right now. Here's what that means. In the future, you're going to be able to return to this wonderful deep relaxation whenever you want and wherever you want very easily and very, very quickly. And you can do it just like we did up here. All you got to do is pick a spot to look at, just like we did up here. Take a few deep breaths, just like we did here, and then start slowly counting backwards from 3 down to 1. As you slowly count backwards, you'll feel your mind and your body responding just like it did up here. By the time you reach the number 1, your eyes will be closed, your body will be relaxed. And here's the best part. When your eyes are closed and your body's relaxed like this, you are going to be able to give yourself suggestions. And the suggestions that you give to yourself will be every bit as powerful as any suggestions I could possibly give to you. I repeat, you completely and totally control this state of mind from this moment forward. Let that suggestion sink into the deepest part of your mind where it will absolutely do you the most good. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 5, and as I count forward from 1 up to 5, you will awaken, you will feel rested, refreshed, relaxed. In fact, you're going to feel better than you felt in weeks, totally invigorated, totally wide awake, and refreshed and relaxed. However, only the person whose shoulder I'm touching. Sometime after you awaken, you'll hear me say the word success. The instant that you hear me say the word success, you will instantly realize that you are by far the best Edward Jones financial advisor who ever walked the face of this earth. You are such a great advisor, such a fantastic salesperson, you will instantly come up to me and start selling me. You're not going to wait for any barriers. You're not going to anything stop you. You'll just come rushing right up, and you will sell me with all the enthusiasm, all the dynamism, all the motivation you have ever seen in your entire life, and you will simply not take no for an answer. You will keep selling me continuously until I agree. Remember, you are the best financial advisor who ever existed. Whenever you hear me and only me say the word success, let that word suggestion sink into the deepest part of your mind. Now, in a moment as I count from 1 to 5, all of you wide awake, feeling rested, refreshed, relaxed, and invigorated. 1, your arms and legs are starting to wake up. You feel great. 2, your mind and body are waking up. You're sitting up straight in the chair. Your eyes are opening. You feel absolutely relaxed, refreshed, invigorated, fantastic. 3, eyes open now. Your thoughts clear, sharp, focused, precise. You feel fantastic in every possible way. 4, totally wide awake, wide awake. And 5, all this applause is for these guys. Woohoo! What a group. What a group. All right, who up here thinks they've never been hypnotized? I need a skeptic. Any of you? Do you all acknowledge at least that you were hypnotized? How about you, sir? What's your first name? You owe me $1,000, by the way. Except it's on video. We did not shake, so I guess you can slide out of it. Do you remember getting ready to bet me $1,000 that your name was Jane? Do you even remember that? Vague. It's on tape. How about you, sir? Were you wide awake? The smell, what was the smell like? Pretty good smell, huh? What was the smell like for you, sir? So good. Pretty darn bad, huh? How about you? What is with the falling all over the chair? Did you just get so totally relaxed? I remember drooling on his shoe. Fond memories of the convention, you know? Like, what did you remember from the conference? I drooled on some guy's shoe. And how about you, sir? Do you remember telling me or trying to tell me what state you came from? Why couldn't you say it? Tongue was all tied up. And madam, you could not find your shoe. I offered you quite a bit of money to find it, and you absolutely could not find it. Do you recall that? Do you recall it? What was going through your head when you couldn't find it?
I just thought that I got it somewhere.
You forgot it somewhere? Same place as his name? That was such a classic answer. I really did like that. If you'd like to learn more about this, during the dinner, I set up a table right outside the door there. I've got some CDs you may or may not be interested in. There are 3 sets of CDs, and there are 6 CDs in each of these sets. And they're broken up as follows. Set 1 and Set 2 all have hypnotic inductions on them. There are CDs on stopping smoking, weight loss. There are CDs on attitude, managing your time, creativity. Set 1 revolves more around personal stuff. Set 2 is more business stuff. There are a total of 12 CDs, and these all have actual hypnotic inductions on them designed to hypnotize you, give you suggestions, wake you up at the end. Please do not listen to these driving your car, mowing your lawn, operating a buzzsaw, flying light aircraft, or any of the other dozen things people try to do. Okay, these have hypnosis on them. There are 12 CDs total. Each individual set is $49.95, and of course, if you want both of them, they're $99.95. Set 3 has no hypnosis whatsoever. This is a series of presentations, all given before financial services groups. There are 6 CDs here, no hypnosis whatsoever, but all kinds of different techniques for goal setting and getting focused. This is a DVD that was filmed of me on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry. This is my hypnosis presentation done in front of a very large audience, 3,500 people, 3-camera shoot. It was the Prudential Insurance annual meeting at the Grand Ole Opry. So if you want to see the hypnosis part, that's what this is. And this is my book. It is titled Take Control of Your Subconscious Mind. A lot of what I talked about tonight and all different techniques for getting and staying focused. If you want everything, the entire package, it's $149. If you just want the book, it's $20. If you do buy a book, I'd be happy to sign it for you. I need to say some thank yous. This is my final presentation for this year for Edward Jones, and I am grateful, so grateful to the top management, especially Mr. Brad Frick. He was my liaison. He's the one that really helped me put these together. We talked at length tonight. If you like tonight's content of the presentation, you can thank Brad because he really gave me as much insight as he could in terms of what's going on here, and I hope that I was able to meet your needs. Other than that, you folks were fantastic subjects. I got to thank each and every one of you, and don't you think that if you do this, it'll help you all to become a success? Do you think success is in your, you know... If I have money available, I should buy a tax-free bond from you? Why would I want to? I have.
Financial planner?
I'm sorry, sir?
Do you have a financial planner?
I do, indeed. Thank
You do?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the returns you get on your investments.
Well, I mean, I could always like to get more, but I'm not dissatisfied if that's what your answer is.
Have you ever had somebody review what you have to make sure you're properly diversified?
Yeah, I've had some reviews. Yeah.
What are your plans for retirement?
Well, I've got a particular lifestyle I want to live, and I've got a few things that I want to do.
Are you on track to meet that?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm very fortunate in that respect.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. If you ever need any help, I might have a card on me. I may not. If you ever need any help, give me a call.
Well, that's very generous of you, but why, I've got advisors ask me all the time, why would I want to deal, with you in particular?
Well, because we take a very serious conservative approach to investing, and there are a lot of folks out there who churn accounts and do things that they probably shouldn't do.
But you do realize that I'm on stage in front of like 300-400 people, and I'm kind of working?
Yeah,
I'm sorry? Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. No, these guys are your family. Wait a second. Do I have a card? Yeah, I have a card too. They're not your family?
my family's at home.
Your family's at home? These guys? Well, I don't mind taking their cards. I would.
That's all right. You don't need them.
I don't need their cards. You'll give them to me for the end of the day, right? And of course, I have a card. I have one in my pocket, and if you come and see them, I'd be happy to give you guys a card. I'd love to. You guys are just wonderful, but you do real look. I'm working here. I really got to get this job done. You would come
That's
up to
okay.
me.
You want to make an appointment and come see me? You could bring your statements that you have from your other broker and take a look at them.
I'm going to London next month. Do you want to come see me out in London?
I might.
There you go. Well, you're just fantastic. Give it up for this guy, the salesperson of the world. Thank you so much. You guys were just great. Just want to make sure everybody feel good, everybody wide awake, everybody knows what's going on here. You sure? Okay. Thanks very much. Round of applause for these guys again. They were excellent. Thank you so very, very much. I really appreciate it. Good luck to all of you. Thank you so much.